Today we're going to talk about spiritual psychology and EFT tapping. Some people have asked me, are they the same? Are they different? How different are they? Are they complete opposites? What do you think? What's your experience working with yourself and working with clients? My name is Hruby. I'm a coach and an author, and I earned a master's degree, a 3-year master's degree in spiritual psychology with an emphasis in consciousness, health, and healing in the year 2000. And I graduated with honors, if that's important to you. And I'm also been doing some EFT tapping with coaching clients in groups and one-on-one, and it's really been an empowering and powerful experience. If you're not familiar with tapping, it's emotional freedom technique. Tapping, it started in 1995. You can Google it. There's been incredible information about working with people with PTSD, anxiety, depression, just feeling stuck, and procrastination. Many awesome studies out there about that. So you can check that out. Spiritual psychology, 3-year master's degree. There's no way we're going to talk about the whole program, right, in this short video. But there's one part of it, one important part, compassionate self-forgiveness, that I find is similar to EFT tapping in many ways, and we'll also talk about the differences. So let's go to the board for that. So if someone is really upset, frustrated, angry, in judgment, hatred perhaps of themselves, the world, God, right? Let's represent that with this box, and we're just going to put upset in here. You can fill in the blank, okay? So right now, we're going to represent this line as like their level of consciousness, like just not like their overall consciousness, but just what they're conscious of, what's going on right now. So this upset is in their consciousness. They're fully aware of it. They're in it, right? Not happy, sad, angry, depressed, all that good stuff, right? All that stuff is going on. So we're going to draw another box, and we're going to call this loving. And you can throw in peace, acceptance, all those good words down there, okay? And we're just going to put this down there because it's still inside, right? When we get really upset, we still love our kids or significant other or our pets, and we still love nature, but we're just really not aware of it, like at all, right? Because we are really upset. So, and there's a way that both compassionate self-forgiveness, spiritual psychology, and EFT tapping work to shift from our awareness and focus here, because emotions follow thoughts, okay? Emotions follow thoughts. So our focus is here, and then how to de-energize, dissolve, heal, whatever word you might want to use, and to let that go and to shift, and then bring that more into our awareness and really experience that. So then we can have peace, calmness, acceptance of ourselves and the world. Not acceptance like, oh, I resign, that's the way it's always going to be, or I'm going to always, but acceptance first of like, okay, this is where I'm at. But it's acceptance with loving, and that actually empowers us then to make changes to make things different. Because if I'm really upset with myself, I don't have the calmness or the ability or the energy or the focus or the clarity to then make changes, right? So first we move into loving and acceptance, and then we can make changes with ourselves, with the world. Okay, so let's take a look at how this works. First we'll do compassionate self-forgiveness with spiritual psychology. Their wording goes something like this. I forgive myself for judging myself, okay? I forgive myself for judging myself. So I'll use ownership language, I'll do myself. Something that was really big in the past was I forgive myself for judging myself for being stupid. I forgive myself for judging myself as not knowing what to do. I forgive myself for judging myself as procrastinating and not taking actions, okay? And I forgive myself for judging myself as lazy and good for nothing. I'm not sure if I ever said that, but something like that, okay? So the thing is, it's not I forgive myself because I'm lazy. It's I forgive myself for judging myself as lazy, okay? Because if I just said I forgive myself because I'm lazy, then I'm actually anchoring that in. So I'm forgiving the judgment. I'm letting go of the judgment, okay? Now the really important part, and this is how it connects with the loving even more. I mean, one, it's nice to be in a place of loving when you're starting this, but sometimes when I'm in a place of upset, it's hard to be in a place of loving, right? So I call forth loving as best I can. Maybe I remember a sunset, walking in nature, a loving pet, maybe a child, maybe a grandmother, maybe just somebody in this world that I really feel loving. So I can bring that loving in first, and then I forgive myself for judging myself, blank, okay? Then we can go, after we do that and start anchoring and help dissolve that, then I say, because the truth is, I'm a good person. For the truth is, there's a lot of love inside of me. For the truth is, I know a lot of things, and sometimes I don't know things, and I'm still learning. For the truth is, sometimes I'm just ignorant, and we're all ignorant, right? Nobody knows everything, and the truth is, I'm learning. So when I learn, I should actually anticipate on knowing something I didn't know before, so I don't need to judge myself, right? So I forgive myself for judging myself as blah, 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 because the truth is, I'm courageous for continually putting myself in situations to learn more, okay? And you can feel that. I felt that. Perhaps you did too. So what happens is this goes down, the upset with myself goes down. I'll just do upset, UPS, it's not very nice for the company, upset, and then the loving comes up, right? Because I can start feeling that loving more and more, okay? That's what we're doing. So the way, now, and then this is the end result with the compassionate self-forgiveness, okay? So how does that work with EFT tapping? Let's compare and contrast. This is my experience. You're welcome to leave notes. If you got something to contribute, totally awesome. Look forward to it. So EFT tapping, because it's not a 3-year program, there's not an extreme amount of words and background and knowledge and all that. It's like, let's just get right in there. And it really involves the body. So compassionate self-forgiveness involves the heart, the soul, the mind. Awesome, all fantastic. And now EFT involves that too, but the major difference is it involves the body, right? The meridian points of traditional medicine, Chinese traditional medicine. Acupuncture would be use needles in these certain points on the body. Not an acupuncturist. I've been there. Saved my wrists from carpal tunnel surgery about 15, 20 years ago, so I'm a big fan of it. I'll tell you about that someday. But I'm not an acupuncturist. But there's meridian points that the energy flows through our body, and then tapping, acupuncture, frees up the energy, moves the energy, stimulates the energy, all those good things, right? So tapping, karate chop point, the way they start with the upset is, and they say, even though, okay, I got that, even though. So even though I'm frustrated with myself, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Sometimes I take a nice gentle breath. My clients do too when they start feeling that. Even though I'm sad that I don't always do the right thing, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And then there's certain points, we're not going to do them all. The next one though would be on the eyebrow point right inside the bridge. Even though I make mistakes and I get really frustrated with myself sometimes, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And the next one is on the side, ridge. I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I do make mistakes, and sometimes it seems like I make so many of them, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. So you may feel that, and that's let me slow down. I'm very excited about this because it's amazing to do with people, and in a very short amount of time, the peace and the loving and acceptance can be, I believe, felt in the room, but definitely felt within themselves and myself. So what happens with that, constantly coming back to the deeply and completely loving and accepting myself, right? The loving then comes up, and the upset goes down, and it really shift into this loving and accepting. And again, when I move into the loving accepting, it doesn't mean I go, okay, let's just go back to Netflix and let's just go back to my life the way it is and never do anything. No, it's because I move into the loving and accepting myself, just who I am, where I'm at, whatever thoughts I have. This is it. This is what I have right now. So I accept that. So I'm not fighting against it. When I fight with what is, then I really don't have the time, energy, clarity to make a difference, right? And so compassionate self-forgiveness, tapping gives us the ability to let go of the old, let go of the judgments, let go of the frustration, come into loving and acceptance, and then moving into loving acceptance. Then working one-on-one in groups, people can then go, okay, what's next? Where would I like to go? And I'm even doing it now in my online creativity group. We do some tapping sometimes, and then we create after that. And that's a different experience of even coming into more, might say, peace or balance, connection, right? So what we're left with is this. And that might not even be totally accurate because this is showing the upset really intact. And so it's really more dissolved, de-energized, let go, released, whatever word you might want to use. So this is a little more wiggly, right? So we're left with the loving and the acceptance, which then allows us to make different choices in a calmer and more clear way. So if you're interested, for more information, check out johnjhruby.com, and if you're interested in the Tuesday night online creativity and writing group, it's a great way to get your foot in the door if you want to give that a shot.